Are you fighting battles you shouldn't be fighting? Your path to achieve any goal, to live out any dream, and to reach your full potential will be full of that second type of battle. It will be full of roadblocks. There are going to be battles along the way that should be fought. Now, some of these battles are internal. Here are some examples of battles that should be fought. Internal ones such as addictions. You have to fight addiction. If you're starting now and you have an addiction, or you're going to go through an addiction, and your goal is to be a superstar of some sort, and I don't mean a superstar like the kind that end up in rehab, but your goal is to be a successful CEO, then you're probably going to have to overcome that addiction. You're going to have to overcome bad habits. Maybe you're going to have to overcome unforgiveness. Now, some battles involve other people. Some aren't internal. Maybe they're overcoming a lack of money or education. Those are the type of battles that must be fought. Not just should, but must. These battles consistently keep you on the right path toward your goals. They are in the way of your goal. They're not off to the side. These are battles that you have to fight in order to get to the other side and continue towards your goal. So those are battles you should fight. Now, what about battles you should not fight? Well, the battles you should not fight are any battle that takes you off course. Again, if you go back to that image, it's these arms that go out to the side. They actually go up and to the side. Now, those battles, they aren't in the way of your goal. You actually, in order to get to those battles, they not only require you to stop, but you have to venture off the path of success. You have to venture off the path that's taking you towards your goal. They're not in your way. And if you could see that image, you would notice what happens when you fight a battle that is on the path. When you complete the battle, you continue on the path, like I've said. But what happens when you go off the path to fight a battle you shouldn't? Well, then you have to backtrack just to get back to where you were. You've not only lost time, but you're no closer to your goal. So the battle that you fight that's on the path, when you're done, you're closer. When you're done fighting that battle off the path, now you have to take the time, the resources, the money, the effort to go backwards just to get back to where you were. The thing is, when you go off track to fight that battle, you may even come back behind where you were. You've been off track for so long, fighting that side battle that you didn't need to fight, then now you come back and you're behind where you were. Think about taking a semester off from college and trying to pick up, let's say you're in a major, you got to go calculus 1, 2, 3, 4. You take a semester off or a year off between 2 and 3, you're probably going to have to backtrack a little bit to catch up and refresh your memory on some of what you learned. So think of it like that. So again, the battles you should not fight are any of the battles that take you off course. They're not in the way of your goal. These battles, good examples, listening to gossip. There's a really good one. If you're listening to gossip, you're not fighting a battle per se, but you're essentially engaging in activity and maybe getting involved in a battle that you shouldn't be. And if you're interested in knowing how to stop gossip, just go to mattmcwilliams.com/gossip or stop gossip, I think. I think either one of them will work, but I would try mattmcwilliams.com/stop gossip. Another type of battle that requires you to get off course to get there and then takes you at best back to where you were and at worst behind where you were is engaging in family schisms. You know, your sister and your cousin aren't getting along, and I'm not suggesting that maybe you don't invest some effort at some point, but if this is an ongoing schism in your family, you might want to just let it play out. Or finding someone to blame. There's a great one that gets you off course as opposed to just moving on. Like I said, there are battles you are going to have to fight. And there are rough times in your life that you're going to have to go through to get to your goals. But when you go through one of those patches, you move on, you're done, or you could spend time finding someone to blame. And that's a battle you don't need to fight. Continually cleaning up others' messes. It's the last example. That's a battle you should not fight. If you have someone, a lot of times it's family members, maybe it's a coworker, and you're constantly cleaning up their messes, stop. Just stop cleaning up their mess. The next time they make a mess, do nothing. So here's the question you must ask yourself. When determining whether or not to fight a battle, ask yourself this question. Is this battle on the path toward my goal? That's the question. That's the biggest question you can ask. When a battle comes along, when you're facing a battle, is this battle on the path toward my goal? Because just because you have to get off track to fight those side battles doesn't mean they're not going to come to you. They're going to still come there to that path and say, hey, come fight me. That's how battles talk, by the way. The side battles. They're going to come to you and say, hey, come fight me. Come engage in me. Come spend your time. Come waste your time. But ask, is this battle on the path toward my goal? And if the answer is yes, you fight. If the answer is no, you walk away. Stop fighting battles you shouldn't be fighting. And when you stop fighting battles that you shouldn't be fighting, you are left with the energy to fight the ones that matter. Again, you have to go off track to fight those battles. You have to spend the energy to get there, the energy to fight it, and the energy to get back on track. And that is a lot of energy that most of you don't have. I sure don't have it. But when you stop fighting battles you shouldn't be fighting, you've got all the energy in the world to fight the ones that matter. You will reach your goals. You will stay focused. You will reach your full potential. And you will change the world. So today's question is one that you can use to encourage others. And maybe to look inside a little bit. What battles have you stopped fighting that had you off the path toward your goals?